Well, hello YouTube and anyone tuning in. Hope you're enjoying your start of the week. Homebound again in Victoria, Australia. So everyone in Victoria basically locked down, staying home. Fun times. Not at all. Hope everyone is staying well out there. It's a pretty testing time for a lot of people. So without further ado, we're going to get back into what has been happening at So You Want to Be a Trader this week. Before we kick off, need to put out our standard liability, blah, blah, blah. How's it go? So we don't take any liability for any advice taken or used on this channel. There is no general or personal financial advice given here. And no liability with any losses incurred. Or any wins, really. They're all up to you. So, without further ado, let's get into what's been happening this week. It's been a fairly productive week, actually. And of course, we're going to start with our trading game. And here's our leaderboard in the trading game. Anyone new to the channel, you can go and click the links below if you want to join our little group. By all means, jump in. It's a bit of fun. So, a couple of notes this week. I have had a string of losses. I actually got glitched by the game, which stopped me out at a $4,000 loss as soon as I made a trade, and the chart didn't move, but it glitched out. I only actually invested 3,000, I think it was in Bitcoin, at a 5 times leverage, and it stopped me out at 4,000 straight away. So bit of a glitch. Should really be up around the 59,000 mark, but I'm not going to complain too much because, well, basically Benjamino, who is still holding in there, has been clawing his way back. The tenacity of this fella, almost back at the $5,000 starting point. I lost $4,000, and I wanted to rage quit right then. I thought, nah, that's absolute trash. Not really cool, but that kind of stopped me. Sophia's been pretty active this week too, and she's actually slid backwards as well. I've still had a string of losses. I've been investing mainly in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Haven't been touching much else on this trading game. Just trying to stick to a money management scheme and only really risk about $600 on each trade. But right now they are moving against me, and I would have thought that the uncertainty would have seen a lot more things go up, and once things hit a bit of a higher ceiling, come back down, and I have picked the wrong time in the trading game. So, oh well, I'll keep persevering with this. And we'll move on from the trading game because our actual CMC Markets demo, our MT4 trader, has been pretty active this week. Now, I actually made 3 trades this week, and I'll go into my trading journal. So I'll get back to this testing that I've been doing as well, because I've knocked out another 10 indicators, which anyone following the No Nonsense Forex system will probably be interested in. So I want to just go into my my trading journal. So I actually made 3 trades over the week, and this was the Euro NZD, the Pound Swiss, and the Pound Aussie. Now, I just wanted to go onto our EVZ chart. So every morning jumping up and checking this, and it's been remaining above that 8 points mark, which is great. So we've got some volatility in the actual forex market, which is great. So hopefully some trends developing, and it's been fairly rewarding as well. So gone long on all of these pairs. These were the signals that I got, and we'll go over because we'll look at the Euro NZD, which I'm still in at the moment and probably going to be getting out pretty soon, and I'll talk to you about what's happening there. So made this trade on the 28th, just here. Just here. That's where, oh no, here we got the signal. So it should have been the 27th. Yeah, 27th in my time. I'll probably put the date in a bit late on that one. But the 27th I did make this trade. Oh, maybe 28th on this as well, which is interesting. Oh, there's the 27th. Anyway, we've got our signal back here, Euro NZ. So, because we kind of entered at the end of this candle, I guess, that's when we kind of got in. And we have rode this one up. We actually made our 1 ATR. And we are letting this one run. So this is at break even. I haven't quite hit my 2 ATR just yet. So 2 times ATR, and then move my trailing stop. So waiting for tomorrow for that to happen. But the pound Swiss gave me 1 ATR pretty damn quick, actually. So let's look at the pound Swiss. We jumped in on this one here as well. Moved up. We got 1 ATR pretty quickly. So we caught this momentum. I think it was about, might have been about here on the 30th. And then we moved our stop loss. So there was no risk in this trade anymore. All done. And that meant because there was no risk, we were able to enter in another trade on the pound Aussie. So anyone watching, following the No Nonsense Forex, we got another trigger. So an entry point here. And we are out of this trade, and I'll show you why. But I made my 1 ATR on this. Lovely. Little move up. Got the 1 ATR. And it's been a good week for trading. So my balance is at 10,134. These two have no risk left in them. You can see my stop loss and my price that I entered exactly the same. So this is all money on top. So right now we are above $336, which I'm pretty happy with. And what I have been noticing is that there's some news articles coming up, and that's why we got out of our pound Aussie trade, because today we've got a cash rate announcement. So we closed these off just coming up to these announcements, and the New Zealand dollar. These are kind of major news here. Anyone following the No Nonsense Forex, and there's links below in the description, will understand all of the principles and philosophies around this. So coming into major news for these pairs. The New Zealand dollar, I will probably close that one off tomorrow within the 24 hours. So that's great. And we've also got pound GBP major news coming as well. So the official bank rate, pretty sure, is a major news kind of things that are coming up. So we will close this one as well, and hopefully the markets don't move too far down. But this is all on top anyway. So we've got this locked in. It keeps moving up. We haven't got any other entry signals at the moment throughout my pairs. So it's been a good week of trading. And it's where the money management, in particular, has worked really well. Stuck to the maximum exposed risk for any currency. Sticking to trading with the news, or not trading into the news. So happy days, and happy that this kind of forward testing is working for the moment on this combination. So still chipping away on the combination, and this week was able to go and test this block of green indicators. So we got through the DPO, ATR plus the moving average, T3 ADX, force index, parabolic SAR, all averages, WAE, the water ATA, explosion, the extension of that, the VQZL and the VZO. Now these are all defaults in the no nonsense Forex algo tester, so we're just working our way through them. We're aiming to do 2 a day, and that's what has happened. Now you can see here that some of these were really bad, like the DPO. That was negative 139. We have not had a positive one. The closest one we've had was the RVI at negative 4.66. It's still a losing indicator across those, across the currencies. And then this one here, the VQZL, was the next lowest, so negative 8.3. And we're still making losses, so these two have been the best out of these default indicators that came with this algorithm package. You can see I've thrown in a couple more that I've tested today. Still no good. So we are making our way through all these, and then we'll go look for some custom indicators outside of this pretty soon. Doing it this way, we're chipping through quite a few. We've got the QEE here, so we'll look to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, another 8. So we'll get down to here. So we've probably only got a few more weeks of actually testing out these default indicators, especially as a main confirmation indicator, and then we're going to start moving on to some of our other indicators out there and just keep logging them and keep cataloging them as we go. So yeah, it's been a productive week. Moving forward, the testing's happening, so we're chipping away. Some of these are really quick moving indicators too. That had 2,334. That's one of our quickest moving indicators there, and that took out a whole account. So yeah, that is about it. I know Benjamino's on the live chat, so good to see you on there, mate. Hats off to you for sticking in with the trading game. He always loves talking a little bit of a trash once he's having a good run, even though he is still down at 4,000. He's definitely got some gritty determination just to kind of see it out, and I have no doubt that just because he does that, he'll probably be back up around where I'm at the moment. So trying to stick to a couple of different plans there as we go. So yeah, as always, drop us a line if you've got anything interesting that you wanted to add. That'll wrap up our live stream for this week. And we will check in again next Tuesday with another 10 indicators tested and another rundown of how the my actual live algorithm is paper trading. So thanks, guys. Have a good one.